What is up, guys? Right now, this is finally the deck list for the much anticipated Blackluster Soldier. And the question is this deck viable to reach Plat 1 in Master Duel? And right now, the answer is hell no. Hell no, this is not a viable deck for Plat 1. Do I think you can reach Plat with this deck? I think so, yeah. If you know what you're doing. But I really hope we can make this deck viable for Plat 1. I'm hoping, like, this is a shout out to all you guys. I'm looking for people who are experts on this deck. If you have played this deck in the TCG or you're playing this deck in other games, please hop into the comments, hop in Discord with me. Let's discuss the best possible version because I'm really keen on making this deck work. It's such a cool archetype. It's such a nostalgic, interesting archetype. It's so satisfying winning with this deck against tier 1 decks. So yeah, if you guys, if you're watching this and you actually have a lot of information about this deck and you're looking at this deck and you have some interesting ways to improve the deck, feel free to reach out. Like, by all means, I'm encouraging it because I am new to this archetype specifically, so I'm finding it harder to know all the combos and especially the extra deck combos because I don't want to be crafting all the ultra rares and then not needing them. Like, I've already done that enough. I don't want to waste my gems crafting ultra rares I end up not needing for the main deck. So yeah, let's get into the deck. I don't have to give like an explanation for these cards. Maxx, Blossom, Call by the Grave. I put them in every deck. If you want to give me a deck that doesn't feature these cards, we're doing something wrong. I have to play these cards. If you don't have Call by the Grave, you're never gonna get your combos consistently off. If we, this is a going second deck, so if we don't have Ash Blossom or Maxx, like, what are we doing? We need those cards. So give me a list with those cards included. Now, we are running Manju of 10,000 hands. What this does is you normal summon it or flip summon it, and then you can add one ritual monster or one ritual spell from your deck to your hand. Now, this is a choice. I've also seen decks where you don't run this card and you only rely on link summoning combos, like for example with the Striker Dragon and the Black Dragon collapserpent and the White Dragon wyverbuster. By the way, guys, I get a lot of comments. The full deck list will be in the description, but don't craft it yet. We're still working on the best possible version. So don't fully craft the deck list thinking this is the best deck list already. We're still working on it. So don't craft anything yet. But the full deck list will be in the description. So yeah, what I was saying is, you actually have two choices. You can either go for the manju of 10,000 hands, where you can actually get the cards to your hand, like your Blackluster Soldier, Super Soldier, or your Super Soldier Synthesis, or your Super Soldier Ritual. Or you can actually just go for the full Link Summon build. I did a little bit of both, which I'm not even sure is a thing. Because I've seen decks with this and people playing this card. What the fuck is this? Come on, man. Whatever. It's the card where you turn in a level 8 monster and you draw 2 cards. Like, you can either make this a combo deck where you need a lot of draw, or you can make it a more consistent deck with the link summoning. I think the link summoning is the way, but I just don't know how to consistently do it. So, once again, if you know, feel free to reach out. But yeah, moving on in the deck. We have the Manju of 10,000 hands, pretty straightforward. Add a ritual monster or a ritual spell from your deck to your hand. Then we're running these two cards with a Striker Dragon. This is basically the Dragon Link core, where you can just basically what happens is this. As an example, you have Beginning Night and Evening Twilight Night. So basically, what you need when these are in the grave, you can actually banish them with, for example, the Black Dragon collapserpent or the White Dragon wyverbuster. And when these cards get banished from the grave, for example, the Beginning Night adds a ritual spell card from your deck to your hand, and the Evening Twilight Night adds a ritual monster from your deck to your hand. So basically, a combo, like a simple combo, would be Okay, I don't have any draw in my hand, but I still want to summon my Black Luster Soldier Super Soldier. So for example, I have one beginning knight, one evening knight in my hand, and I'm like, okay, how do I get this combo? So basically, and for example, I have one wyvern buster in my hand. So what I do is I normal summon an evening twilight knight. And then the question is, how are you going to get it to the grave? You need Alamirage. So basically, you link summon it away, send it to the grave, then you can special summon Wyvern, White Dragon Wyvern Buster by banishing this card from the grave. And when this gets banished, you can actually add a ritual monster to your deck, from your deck to your hand. So that is basically the core. The best possible thing you can do is obviously you super soldier synthesis your super soldier. So basically you ritual summon by removing one. Sending one level 4 warrior monster to your grave and one level 4 warrior monster from your deck to your grave. And you want these two because they give your super soldier extra abilities. For example, if you use these two materials, you can once per turn target one monster your opponent controls, banish it. Or once per turn, you can banish one random card from your opponent's hand face down. And you can use both abilities. So for example, you can banish 2 cards, or when this card, and also when this card destroys an opponent monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can activate this effect and it can make a second attack in a row. Like stuff like this. You always want to use these two if possible. But the best possible combo is sending these two to the graveyard, special summoning a super soldier, and then using your Black Luster Soldier Envoy at the beginning to banish these 2 cards from your grave, and then they can get their effect off, and you can special summon this, and you can banish another card on the field. So the potential is really good, and you have really good refill. You have very interesting combos from the graveyard and the banishment pile. So it is a very interesting, fun deck to play. It's just hard to make it consistent right now, so I'm gonna need some help with that. I'm gonna keep practicing, obviously, but if you have any ideas, feel free to reach out. But yeah, moving on, the 2 boss monsters are obviously the Black Luster Soldiers, but you also have cards like Envoy of Chaos. This is just like an extra warrior monster to send to the graveyard. So basically what this does is, with a quick effect, you can boost your Black Luster Soldier to 4,500 attack, and when this is in the graveyard, in the end phase, you can banish 1 light and dark monster, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you can banish 1 light and 1 dark monster from your graveyard. So basically, what you can do is you ritual summon your super soldier, boost its attack with the Envoy of Chaos, send it to the graveyard, and at the end of the turn, banish these 2 cards from your graveyard, and then you can add a ritual monster and a ritual spell back to your hand. So these are like some combos. You're running Chaos Valkyria, basically. You can banish either a light or a dark monster, special summon it. Again, if you have these in your grave, it's very useful. Then you're running 1 Gaia. I'm not even sure if you want to run 1 Gaia, but I'm running 1. And that's basically the special ability is when the super soldier dies, you can special summon 1 Gaia from your deck. Then, as my draw mechanic, I'm trying out the Pot of Extravagance, but I'm also testing out the Pot of Prosperity, and I'm not sure which one is better yet. I think I'm gonna go with the Pot of Prosperity, just because you can choose which cards are gonna get banished from your extra deck. Now, like, the extra deck isn't as important as other decks might find it, but it's still useful in some cases. So for example, if you Pot of Extravagance and you banish your Alamirage, you can no longer go into that combo. So I'm for sure keen on changing this to the Prosperity if we get a more solid extra deck, but the extra deck right now is just not that solid. Then I'm running 2 Chaos Spaces. You should run 3, I think, but I'm running 2 right now because I'm just like, I don't know, it just doesn't feel that great if you have 2 in your opening hand. So I just think 2 is fine, but I see a lot of people run 3. And basically what this is you can send 1 light or dark monster from your hand to the graveyard and then add the opposite to your hand. So for example, you can banish 1 light monster. You can send 1 light monster from your hand to the grave, and then you can add 1 a dark monster that you cannot normal summon or set. So that's this one Or no, that's actually for the, if you do the light, you can only get the dark. That's this card. And if you do the dark, you can get the wyvern, white dragon wyverbuster, and you can get the envoy at the beginning. So it's basically adding one of those cards to your hand. I think it actually has a second ability if it's in your graveyard and there's like 3 different monsters in your banish pile or something. You can put one back into the deck and draw a card. So it's just like an extra draw a card, and it's just a pretty solid card. Then you have Gateway to Chaos. This is an absolute must. Basically, this is add a Blackluster Soldier ritual monster to your hand or a Gaia. I wouldn't know why you want a Gaia though. And basically, whenever 3 monsters are sent to the graveyard, you can, like for each monster, you get 1 spell counter. And at 3 spell counters, you can actually also get a ritual spell from your deck to your hand. So this is very core. You should read the card. Then you're running four ritual spells. Now, the reason why I'm running 3 Super Soldier syntheses is, man, that's a long ass synthesis. Whatever. Why I'm running 3 of those is because it's just a better card. You can actually ritual summon from 1 card from your hand, preferably one of these, and then you can choose another one from your deck, preferably one of these as well. And then I'm running 1 Super Soldier Ritual. This is just so you can actually get them from your, this is actually only from your hand or your field. And this can also even revive your Super Soldier. So for example, if your Super Soldier died and is in the graveyard, you don't need it in your hand to ritual summon. You can actually ritual summon this from the graveyard. Now the good thing about this is, this actually has a second effect. So basically, when this is in your graveyard, special summon 1 Blackluster Soldier ritual monster from your hand, ignoring its summoning conditions. You can only use this effect once. So you can basically banish 1 light and dark monster from your graveyard when this is in the graveyard as well, and then you can special summon a Blackluster Soldier from your hand. So yeah, that's all the cards in the main deck right now. Then most of the cards we're running are not optimal. I think the only cards we're running that are optimal is probably number 60, Striker Dragon, Alamirage, Nightmare Cerberus, Cross Sheep, Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of Chaos, Exus Kotarka, maybe Apollesia, I'm not even know, but Exus Kotarka is just good in every deck, and Zeus just because it's Zeus and you have XYZ monsters. So this is a deck so far. I'm gonna show you guys a lot of replays. Actually, I have a lot of replays banked up, and you're gonna see me evolve the deck. So I'm gonna first start off with, you will see very basic without a lot of extra deck combos, and by the end of the game, and by the end of the replays, you will see there will be a lot more link summoning, a lot more in-depth summoning with different combos you can use. So yeah, once again, this is I kind of see this as a project. This is not a strong deck. Like if I could have built Cyber Dragons, for example, and just like straight stomped Plat 1, but I really wanted to, like a bit like Red Eyes, I just really want to have the underdog deck and surprise the meta with this deck. For example, also with Dark Magician, not a lot of people are playing Dark Magician, so I'm very proud of the fact that we actually made it to Plat 1 with Dark Magician with a really good win rate. So I'm seeing this as a project. I'm hoping you guys can get involved and we can make this deck stronger together, because it would be really satisfying to have this deck actually be a Plat 1 contender. I'm not sure if it's ever gonna be a consistent Plat 1 deck, but I'm hoping we can at least get it to Plat. I think that's very possible. But from Plat on to actually have like a positive win rate towards Plat 1. That would be the goal, not to have a crazy win rate, but just to have an overall consistent, satisfying, fun deck to play. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this explanation. Once again, feel free to reach out if you have any ideas how to improve the deck, because I am really new on it and I'm not afraid to admit that. So if you guys have any more information, feel free to leave it in the comments or hop into Discord with me and explain some things to me. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the explanation. I hope you guys will enjoy the coming replays. I hope you have a blessed day. Thank you for watching. Peace.
saying it's time.